That's too garbage.
I'm gonna use this chair here too, so it can be properly lazy. Yay for laziness. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from his room on the other side of the hotel, it's Christopher Sabat. Yay! This is reminding me of like anime panels I used to do like most of the time until Dragon Ball Z got ridiculous. This was about the size of panels, and it was nice.
See, these are nice panels.
Anyhow, so wow, this is really small. This will be great. I'll be able to answer all of your questions. You all can ask like maybe 10 to 15 questions.
You have a limit?
And there's a limit for you, but not for other people.
No, there's a limit for him.
Okay, so I'm Chris Sabat. I'm a voice actor from Dallas. Are any of you guys in here by mistake? If so, you guys can. It's fine. You can go. Okay, that's what I figured. Because there always is those one or two people that show up to the panels like, oh shoot, I thought this was Ian Sinclair's panel. Hold on, I gotta go. And then they look really embarrassed as they're leaving. I'm like, it's fine. It's cool. No one likes to hear me talk. It's cool.
While the Ian Sinclair panel is going on, you're in his room just...
Oh, I'm messing up Ian Sinclair's room. He's on his panel. He's actually referring to a prank that I played on Ian Sinclair. Do you guys know Ian? You can follow actors. He's like Space Dandy, and I cast him recently as Whis in the Dragon Ball stuff. And we were on a panel together, and for whatever reason, the con staff was kind enough to literally give me his hotel room key. I have no idea.
To the prankster.
Note to con staff, never do that. I was equally so thrilled and equally mortified that my key might ever go away too. So while he was on a panel, Breen and I went to Target and we bought a bunch of women's clothes and perfume and toiletries and all this other stuff, and we took all of his stuff and packed it into his bag and then put it behind this desk behind a curtain where he'd never be able to see it. You're next, by the way, so I'll just save you the trouble of holding your hand up. We packed all of his stuff into a bag and put it behind this curtain, and then we took the TV, we just kind of rearranged everything. We turned the TV a little bit, turned it on the Lifetime for Women channel. We got some Women's Day magazines and put them on the by the bed, and then we remade his bed because no man ever makes a bed. Made his bed, but then we unmade it as if a woman had gotten out of it, and we simulated what it'd be like if someone took off their clothes. So we put those women's clothes near the bed, and then we wrote a phone number on the notepad and then we changed out all of his toiletries and put women's toiletries and we waited because it was his last panel of the day, and we knew he'd probably go out drinking or something, and he'd be really drunk by the time we got back in, and he was. And according to Ian, he said he walked into his room and he just stood there for a minute. It's like, I know this is my room. I know this is my room. This is my room. Sabat's on this convention. I know what's going on here. I do love to prank people so much. It's so much fun. Anyway, I guess no one else had any questions. I'm just kidding. You had a question.
Yes. It says here in the pamphlet that
It's a lie.
Played Zoro in One Piece. Which dub did you do? The Funimation was before it gets one.
The better one. Do you know which one that one is? I'll let you be the judge. Which one?
No.
Full
I'm sorry, my brother doesn't know. He doesn't really watch One Piece. Unlike me.
Oh.
I just wanted to know. It just piqued my curiosity.
Speaking of which, I
Poor
have
guy.
a request for you to do in your Zoro voice.
Okay.
Hold on, let me record.
Get it ready.
Alright,
Okay.
I want you to do that thing where you're
The dance, the Zorro dance.
No, go that thing we talk about where you're trying to
Where Zorro ate Chopper.
Spoilers! If you're looking for your cat,
If you're looking for In-N-Out Burger, it's on the corner.
We don't have
I
that
think
here.
that was a line, wasn't it?
oh my Christ. Close enough! not my first mate anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't stab me in the back when I walk away, I promise. I'm cool.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. No.
Kidding.
It's good. It's good. Yes, you have a question.
What's the difference, if any difference, that you find as a director from directing the serious scenes versus the more humorous scenes versus maybe the battle scenes or anything else like that?
I found that.
What piques your interest as a director?
Let's see. As a director, I just like doing different scenes, and it really kind of depends how important the scene is for the show, and it also depends on who I'm working with too. So the fight stuff is usually pretty easy because I've done that for a billion years, and I know how to direct that pretty easy. Drama is usually harder. The comedy it just depends. If you've cast good people, it's easy no matter what. I kind of get excited about all of it, really. There's just, I know in Battle of Gods, I know the first thing I opened up with, and I was like, I gotta find out what this is gonna be like, is everyone had told me that Vegeta sings a karaoke song or something in Battle of Gods. And that, I was terrified, because I was like, I know the voice of Vegeta in the Japanese version. His name's Ryo Horikawa, and he's a really cool guy, extremely fit, a great singer, very like a theater guy, and I'm like, oh shit, man. And if you've ever heard Vegeta's voice in Japanese, it's not exactly like my voice. Like Vegeta's voice is right here, and his voice is like really high, and like Vegeta's power-ups sound like ah, and his sound like. And so I was really scared that I was gonna have to sing something really high, but it turned out to be a really fun song. Yes.
How did you choose Kuwabara's voice?
Kuwabara's voice was chosen by looking at the dude's face. There was a committee there. Like I was there, a producer was there, Justin Cook was there, Zach Bolton was there, and we were all sitting in a room because they had cast me as it, but they were like, let's perfect the voice. And they're like, no, they kept saying no, dumber. Like no, dumber than that. I guess kind of dumb, lovable but dumb, dumb and lovable. And I don't know. To me, it's sort of like I looked at that character and I thought, he sounds like this. It just sounds like a dumb Vegeta. It's like if Vegeta and Yajirobe had a baby. It sounds like Beavis and Buttheads for some reason?
For some reason, I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the pompadour hair he has.
It could be the pompadour hair.
But Owada is better than him when it comes to that. Like that's just crazy.
It is. It's nuts. Actually, the hardest voice acting challenge I had lately was in this Danganronpa or whatever the heck that stupid show.
Danganronpa.
I can never remember the name, how to pronounce it. Thank God. There's two things in this world I can't pronounce: the name of that show and the name of Zora's first name without.
Roronoa.
No, it's Roronoa. Roronoa Zoro. But Roronoa Zoro, and it's so hard to say. It's such a well, he can say it.
That's too much.
Yes, thank God I never have to say my own name. And when I do, I always say it slower.
Owada and Zoro, because both of them are voiced by Kaiji Nakai in the Japanese version.
And Dingy Dang Rompa show was
Danganronpa.
was a crazy show to work on because I'm looking at the character and he looks like exactly like Kuwabara with the same kind of pompadour hair, but he's voiced by the same guy who voiced Zoro. So I'm looking at one character I've played who's being voiced by another character I've played, but trying not to do either one of those voices was kind of a tricky challenge. Yes?
I know it's like an actress myself. I find myself putting my voice to other characters. Do you ever do that when you like watch a movie or something like that? Like, oh, I could have did this if I played this part or something like that.
I definitely listen to voices all the time. I don't always insert myself into it, but I do. I always think like, what would I have tried if it were my job? But a lot of the times, I only really watch great, I only watch great dubs and great shows. So for the most part, I don't know. I really like everyone who's on them for the most part. I always wanted to play Solid Snake, and David Hayter was always a great Solid Snake. And only recently did I actually get to play Solid Snake in a death battle. I don't know if you guys ever saw that. I saw the audition came in, and I was like, I'm doing that. I've got to do that. Like I've always, because it was Solid Snake versus Sam Fisher, and so when I sent in my auditions, I sent it in for both, and I said, look, if I'm being considered for both of these, that's fine, but I really would rather play Solid Snake. Like I've always wanted to play that role. And the thing is, I didn't even do anything different with it. I just tried to do my best David Hayter impression in it, because he always had such a weird delivery. Everything he did had a weird sound. It was like, I gotta find a better lead. And I'm sure a lot of that came from working with the Japanese for so long. The Japanese obsess over, especially when they come to do English voiceover sessions, they like obsess over every single line. And the main problem I had with that game in general is it was very obvious to me that they did all the story text first, and then they came back and did all of the radio walkie-talkie